from Dr. Doom to the Oracle of Manhattan. I crafted my persona like a comic book hero. Gave one exclusive interview to the Wall Street Journal. Calm. No gloating, just fire. The market wasn't irrational. It was myopic. I just had better vision. Boom. Suddenly, the socialites who sneered at me were begging for my party invites. Supermodels, movie stars. Dates weren't about love. They were about sending a message. I own the narrative. Senate tried to take me down. I turned it into a viral win. A subpoena hit my Park Ave office. Senator Morgan, Ohio's grandstand king, wanted to probe my market manipulation in the dot-com crash. I was his villain witness. Lawyers panicked. They'll paint you as the guy who stole the American dream. I waved them off. Let's do this. Hearing room was a circus. Morgan, perfect white hair, fake outrage glared. You made billions betting against America. How do you sleep? I leaned into the mic voice. Loud, calm, unshakable. On a very comfortable mattress. But let's be real. I didn't bet against America. I bet on logic. A company with no profits and a sock puppet mascot isn't worth $10 billion. The market forgot that. I didn't. Room exploded. Morgan turned purple. You think you're smarter than the free market? No, I smiled sharp. I'm just less short-term greedy. My money's saving Apple. It's housing New Yorkers. You're here grandstanding about the past. Cameras went wild. I went from villain to pragmatic savior. Morgan's political show. Now my personal ad, my notebook holds the next 20 years. Google, Bitcoin, everything. Victory tasted good, but the future, even better. I sat in my private cinema, pulled out a leather notebook, no bad poetry, just a century blueprint, and wrote, the 11th of September, 2001. Chilling to write, but I couldn't stop it. So I prepared, sold all World Trade Center area real estate, bought defense stocks, shorted airlines. Grim? Yes, but I'm playing with God-level hindsight. Google, still a Stanford dorm project. Fandaleri加 Sergi offer, 100米 for 10%. They'll take, if everyone has a price. Harry Potter, 2001 movie drop. Use my media company to grab a huge stake. This cultural tsunami. I'm riding it for a decade. Bitcoin. Write the word, circle it. Too early now, but when Satoshi's 2008 white paper hits, I'll mine the first million coins. Own it all. I closed the notebook. Nick's hum outside. Not noise my machine. The dot-com crash was just the opening act. Now, I'm shaping culture, tech, the whole century. Picked up the phone. Get Steve Jobs. We need to talk about the future of music. Smiled. They can party. I'm building a kingdom. Who's hyped to see how he crushes the iPod era? Hashtag rebirth billionaire. Hashtag comic-worthy plot. You don't negotiate with Jobs unless you're the guy who owns half his company. Here's how I hijacked the digital age. The phone connected. Jobs' voice cut through the lineage arrogant. Exactly like the biography said, Thorne. 5 minutes. Don't waste it. I leaned back, cordless in hand, and dropped the bomb. Your iPod prototype. Clunky firewires, a bottleneck. iPod. Fine, but you're missing the keys. Silence. I could practically feel his fury through the speaker. Nobody talks to Jobs like that. Who the hell do you? I'm your largest shareholder. I cut him off. Calm as stone. You're a genius at hardware, but the music industry's a fortress of lawyers. You need a way in. I've got it. I lied smoothly. I own the biggest music store chain in the country, and I just started Orpheus Digital Store, 99 a song. Labels will love it more than Napster stealing from them. Pause. I could hear his brain worry. He hates partners, but he hates losing more. Your job? Make the iPod beautiful. My job? Make it indispensable. Ecosystem 50-50 split. Finally, send the paperwork. Click. I smiled. The iPod, iPhone. They weren't just Apple. They were Thornapple. I sowed my DNA into the digital age. While everyone watched my Apple real estate moves, I was playing a darker, bigger game. My Prometheus group was a black hole for the world's best IP with a Black Ops budget to match. Google, we didn't just invest. We bought a foundational PageRank patent from a broke Russian mathematician Zurich Safehouse, cash only. Now I own a piece of every search ever made. Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg was still messing with the Facebook at Harvard. We launched Connect. Same idea. Faster, better. Via a Prometheus team. He never saw it coming. 9/11's the riskiest play. I bought huge stakes in Halliburton, Raytheon, Raytheon, shorted travel time for September 2001. Profits would be insane, but I looked like a monster who profited from tragedy. So I built a shield, funded a fringe intel firm to write a leaked report, August 2001, New Yorker. It warned of terrorists using planes as weapons. CIA, FBI ignored it. 文是1分之9 hit. I wasn't a profiteer. I was the Cassandra ignored. My trades, just a hedge. Visionary, not villain. Summer 2001, New York partied like nothing was wrong. I hosted a yacht bash on the Hudson Wind Towers glowing behind us. Guests drunk on bliss. Old money bankers. Tech. Billionaires I'd ruined, then hired. Movie stars. Politicians who owed me. They laughed, begged for my attention, oblivious I was pulling the strings under their feet. I stood at the rail, bourbon in hand, staring at the towers. Dual feelings, king of the ball, and the only one who knew the theater would burn. A drunk congressman stumbled over Thorne. You own the world. President, next. I smiled thin. Politics is small. I don't want to run a country. What's left? He pressed. I sipped bourbon amber light on the glass. The answer was audacious, childish, almost